What's going on, guys? Alright, so check this out. My buddy from the UK, Steve, Two Hawks Horror, had made a YouTube video the other day. And he shared this right here. Basically, is what he did is he took a wool blanket and turned it into a minimalist little satchel or backpack or whatever you want. Like I said, he made it a little minimalist kit. So I thought that I would give this a try, and I did. I tried it and I really liked it, and I thought it was a great video. And Steve, you did a great job on it, man. If you guys get a chance, check him out. Steve's new at the world of YouTube, so he's just getting started. And I tell you what, this video that he put out, it was great. I loved it. It was very educational. Steve is a solid guy, man. I couldn't say anything better about Steve. So if you guys get a chance, check him out. Steve, Two Hawks Horror. If you guys can't find him, let me know, and I'll direct you there. But like I said, I wanted to try this out. I did. Let me open this up, show you what Steve's approach was, and I'm going to add a few things. Not that Steve hasn't thought about them, because I'm sure he has, but I'm actually going to try this year. Okay, I'm going to put my backpack aside and I'm going to try this approach. Not necessarily a minimalist approach, but I'm going to try to turn my bedroll and everything else into my actual backpack or satchel. So take a look, see what you think. Alright, so basically all he had was a length of rope running through his bedroll. Do this right quick. And then he had it all held together with some bungee cords. Then when you unroll this, you have your bedroll, but he also put, like I said, a minimalist kit on the inside there. Which is, you know, I've seen several people roll things up in their bedroll, but I've never seen it in such a way that they actually made it into a satchel or a backpack. So I thought the rope running through it was actually a very good idea. So I thought I'm going to take this a step further and make this a complete sleep system, and we'll go from there. Alright, so the first thing that I thought of when I saw this video by Steve is I was curious as to how to keep the blanket dry if it starts raining or something along them lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay with the same concept, except I'm going to roll it in a tarp as well. And what I'm using is I believe it's a 8x9 or 9x8 or something along them lines. I don't remember exactly what the hell size it is. But anyway, so what I've done is I've folded the tarp in half and I've laid my wool blanket on top of it. Now I am going to stick with what Steve showed, and we're going to try that out and see how it works. My wife is with me, it looks like, so I'm going to put her to work and she's going to help me. Alright, Heather, grab that corner of this blanket.
Oh, the blanket.
On this side, babe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And take it right to the half point. Reach over to this one, do the exact same thing. Okay, so we folded the wool blanket obviously in half. Now we're going to do the exact same thing with the tarp. Okay, now something that I'm going to try is I'm actually going to take some tarp clamps and see if I can put them in here. And all I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm putting these tarp clips right here to hold this seam together. That way when I roll it, it's not wanting to fly apart on me. Alright, so I got the clips on it. And a couple of the items that I'm going to store in here is obviously some stakes for the tarp. And I'm going to stick with a minimalist type kit. I'm just going to put them down in here. Just like that. And then something that I'm going to add to this is I am actually going to add a sleeping mat to it. Alright, now like I said, get creative. Add whatever items you want to add inside there. I mean, you can add clothing in there if you want. Tomahawks, axes, whatever it is that you want to put in there. But like I said, I'm still kind of learning this myself, so for the time being, that's all I'm going to put in there. I'll probably add a few things as I go, but for right now, that's what I'm going to stick with. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my rope and I'm going to double it over itself so that it has a loop on one side. And I'm just going to run it through here. Right like so. Fold this end over. And I'm just going to roll. And we'll roll the mat in there and everything. Now you can see that as I'm rolling this, the tarp's kind of wanting to pull apart from itself. And that's where the clips really come into play. We'll treat it just like a bedroll. Fold that in over. Just like that. A lot bulkier than what Steve had, but I've also added several items to it. So now I'm just going to take my bungee cords and we're going to wrap them around there. I've got 4 bungee cords, 2 short ones. I'll attach them against each other and then wrap them around. Alright, so I'm just attaching both my bungee cords together. Bring it over like so. And now my wool blanket and other contents are going to be protected from the rain. So the next thing we're going to do is actually make the satchel strap or the backpack strap. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is the end that I have the loop running through. I'm going to pull a little slack out of it. I'm going to bring my other end over and run it through that loop. Just like so. Now, I'm just going to double this over and make a little, actually after I adjust my strap to the size that I want, I'm going to make a little slip knot right here. I'm just going to double this over. Just like that. And then I'm actually going to do that one more time. Like so. Alright, so I'm going to show how I'm going to tie this one more time. After I ran it through there and get my straps about the length that I want, I'm going to double it over itself just like this. Bring it around and run it through just as a slip knot. So now if I pull this, it's just going to pull right out. Most of you guys know how to make a slip knot. Now I'm going to bring it around one more time. Now if I pull it, it will not slip out until I undo that first knot. And then I'm simply going to take the excess rope, wind it up, whatever. I'm just going to stuff it inside so it's out of the way and not catching on things. Alright, and so you're left with this here. Basically, it's pretty dang lightweight. Throw it over like so if you want, or you can open up the straps and actually put it on like a backpack if you desire to do it like that as well. So, nothing to it. Alright, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Steve, I thought this was really cool, man, and I'm excited to experiment a little bit more with this setup. I'd like to hear from you guys. Let me know if you use this setup, and if you do, what do you do? Because like I said, I'm new to trying this particular setup, so I'm going to try to do a lot more of it and see how it works for me. So please give me some comments, let me know what you guys do. If you have any videos yourself, share them with me. So as always guys, have a good one.
Come on.